Хе-хе, всем привет! Добро пожаловать на канал Darkness Crown. Зайду-ка я к себе в особняк. О, так. Что это? Старое письмо. Дорогой Эйвери, как я уже говорил, мне, возможно, придется покинуть Англию хотя бы на несколько месяцев. Я хочу, чтобы ты как можно лучше заботился о нашем доме, пока я в отъезде, и пока мой сын не вернулся в Лондон. Я увеличил твое жалование и распорядился о том, чтобы тебе уплачивали его все время, пока ты будешь работать. Ты обещал, что защитишь мою дорогую жену и приложишь все силы, чтобы служить ей. За это я от всего сердца благодарю тебя. Ты единственный, кому я полностью доверяю. Нежно любящий тебя Рид. Интересное письмо. Выполняя квест, я нашел часы своего отца, которые тот мне подарил, и теперь я могу их передарить Эйвери Корку, своему дворецкому, за то, что он заботился о матери и за то, что заботился о моем особняке. Я думаю, что это достойный подарок для него. Давайте подарим ему часы отца.
Avery, I finally deciphered my father's puzzle. Among other things, I found his watch. I'd really like you to have it.
I can't accept this gift, sir.
Yes, you can, Avery. You deserve it.
I thank you, sir. I'll keep it until the day I die.
Вот так. Дорогие часы я подарил. Мою комнату всегда подготавливают. Я могу там выспаться. Главное, чтобы они не открыли окно днем и свет не попал на меня. Эмилин, тебе здесь одиноко?
Tell me, mother, how are you? All alone in this big house with only Avery to take care of you.
I'm sad most of the time. Sad that you have left me here alone. Sad that you don't tell me when you come or go.
I'm so sorry, Mother. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I was coming home. I was home. London, the Thames. And then it happened.
What happened, Johnny?
На меня напали.
I was attacked, Mother. And I've not been the same since.
The important thing is that you finally returned home. I was worried, you know. You were the last member of the family of whom I had no news. Even Mary comes more often than you.
Я не уделял тебе должного внимания.
Do you think Avery is right? Do you think I should take better care of you?
I don't blame you. But you abandoned me, son. A mother should not survive her children. It's unbearable to know you're not here anymore.
Я буду защищать тебя.
I know I have failed you since I returned. I even watched you bury Mary from a distance. From now on, I will protect you. You have my word.
You don't have to apologize to me, Johnny. Do you think I did not notice how much you have changed?
Have I changed that much, Mother? Am I still your son?
You are still, and you'll always be. Despite your pale skin, your bloody eyes and that echoing sadness in your voice.
Да уж, жутковато. Мы можем проследить за нашей матерью. Так. Вот отсюда мы можем проследить за ней в окошко.
Your father and I have spoken about your fiancé, Mary. We believe he'll be an honorable husband for you. We'll set a date for the marriage then. That way, I'm sure one of my children will give me grandchildren. I understand your thirst for knowledge, Jonathan, and your father and I are proud of it. But you are not that young anymore, my son. When will I meet your soulmate?
О май гад. Кажется, она разговаривает с призраками.
Romantic tendencies to my French origins if you want, Aubrey. But I'll never cease to believe in a match made in heaven, my beloved.
Черт
I
возьми.
really wish you could meet her, Mother. You would love her.
О май гад. Какие там страшные крики снизу. Мы увидели подсказку. Эмили часто говорит с умершими членами семьи. Что там за падаль возле моего дома? I kill you. Не позволю тебе тут бродить. Вот так. Найс. Черт бы вас побрал, еще будете возле моего особняка шляться. Нет, сэр. Вот так. Так, а можно снова поговорить с матерью. Спросим ее о призраках родных.
Do you really see Mary and Father? Do you also see me as one of the dead?
Yes. For many years it was just a game. Since your father left us without a word, I took to the habit of speaking to him.
Yes, I remember. I sometimes spied on you and listened to you talking with Father in the garden. It made me so angry then. But it was just a game, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. But since then, my poor dead Mary visited me in my room. She led me to her grave, and there you were. I now know the dead can haunt us.
Ты этого не заслужила.
I'm so sorry. You did not deserve to endure this. Mary should never have done this to you.
That's true, my son. But you know what the worst part is? I liked it when Mary spoke in my head. Now she is silent, and it makes me so sad.
Мне оставить вас?
Should I leave you alone? Just ask, and I swear you'll never hear from me again.
Oh, no, Johnny. You're always welcome in this house. And one day, when I finally die, we'll all be together again. Just as Mary promised us.
Да.
Goodbye, Mother. Try to rest now.
Goodbye, son. Please come back soon.
Мы открыли о ней все подсказки. Так что, Эйвори, мама думает, что я мертв.
Do you know my mother speaks to the dead members of this family?
Yes. I sometimes hear her speaking to you, Miss Mary, and her baby. Sometimes your father, too.
So she thinks I'm also dead. And what about you?
I believe she only sees her relatives as the dead she speaks to, Mr. Jonathan. It breaks my heart to see Miss Reid like that.
Она еще может выздороветь.
She may get better. It's only a hypothesis, but I know my mother is strong. Whatever illusions have clouded her mind, they will fade in time.
Yes. With time, Miss Reid will recover from this cursed year. I know that your return can only be beneficial to that process.
Что ж, я думаю, пришло время выполнить часть главного квеста. Нам нужно явиться в клуб Аскалон. Оу, я стучу прям. Чё-то не открывают. О.
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reid. Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs.
Оу. У вас здесь какой-то бардак. Трупы кругом валяются. А чего
There
у вас
has been
тут?
quite a battle here.
Жуткий
I'm
бардак.
sure the Ascalon Club has the money to replace the furniture.
Кажется, эти мародеры из Стражей Привина уже ворвались здесь и все уничтожили. Только бы все уничтожить. Что ж, давайте поднимемся на второй этаж к лорду Редгрейву. Черт возьми, как же здесь красиво. Hello. Всем привет. Hello.
My good friends, if I may have your attention. behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reid. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansher was no match for him.
Hear, hear, hear.
Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reid. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reid.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
Да, она близкий друг.
She's a close friend, and I'm honored that she feels the same about me.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is a mortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of this skull plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Почему я?
Why do you suddenly need me?
The Ascalon Club only recruits the best, and you definitely fit the bill. Your scientific and medical reputation alone would qualify you as a candidate.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End. Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reid, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon, who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
Нет, не знаю.
No, I haven't.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reid. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
Сначала я хотел бы задать пару вопросов.
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
Что подразумевает членство в вашем клубе?
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the Crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
Правительство признает нас?
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
Я должен подчиняться.
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members. And I do appreciate obedience.
Какова цель клуба?
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
Что значит Аскалон?
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
Клуб основал Уильям Маршалл?
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
Одного из вас я убил.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours, sent to cleanse the East End of all skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
Ну, видимо, у меня нет выбора. Мне придется вступить в клуб Аскалон. Я согласен.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country. My fellow members, dear friends, please gather and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
Well, speak, Dr. Reid, in front of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall, speak now. Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
Yes, I will.
Then, young Ekon, it is time to testify with your blood. It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation.
Может, не стоит мне свою кровь использовать?
Delightful. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reid. Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
Что там за старичок? Вас тут всего 4. Спасибо за мои 100 единиц опыта.
That went well, did it not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was, though very long ago, well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I, Lance Bearer.
I'm listening, my lord.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic, and your findings were quite alarming.
Вы знаете Эдгара Суонси?
Do you know Edgar Swansea?
Not personally, but I've been told he has some sort of immortal fetish and is a good friend of yours.
Does it bother you that I consider him my good friend?
As long as you reveal nothing of the club's inner workings, why should I forbid you engaging in conversation with the good Dr. Swansea?
Так вы следили за мной?
You were spying on me.
Not personally. I rarely leave this building. But once he found you, Fergal kept me informed. Until you put an end to his mission.
Кто такой Фергал? Как
Who
будто я
was
не
Fergal?
знаю.
I don't see him sipping tea with the others in the club.
Fergal Banshire was my squire of sorts. Even before becoming that magnificent beast, he was a brute. He served me well for decades.
No, I mean, what was he? He was clearly no ordinary vampire.
No, he was a Volcod, all muscles and instinct. Quite the rare breed, ferociously territorial. Mortals often mistake them for werewolves.
Вы знаете, что я убил его?
You do know I killed him.
Yes,
Will you bear ill will towards me for his death?
of course not. Your victory was quite impressive and courageous. You earned my respect.
Скали связаны с эпидемией.
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied scowls in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reid, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Prewen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Skulls.
Некоторые скали мирные.
I have met peaceful and wise Skulls. To exterminate them means we are no better than vampire hunters.
Skulls are hideous, shameful creatures that give all Ekon a bad name.
So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reid. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
Оу. Уровень гипноза повышен. Фамильные портреты. Найти источники заражения в Вест-Энде. Задание обновилось, и мне дали немного опыта. Насчет Уильяма Маршалла.
You made me swear on the blood of William Marshall during my initiation ceremony. Why was that?
William Marshall was the most glorious knight who ever lived. He served 5 kings, and was a living example of probity for all. And he was my maker.
Он был вампиром.
William Marshall was a vampire? Is this some sort of joke? Wait. Could he be my maker?
That would be joyful news, for it would mean he still walks among us. But alas, the great knight has left this world for good.
Почему его кровь священна?
Why is his blood so sacred to the Ascalon Club?
He was simply the greatest defender of the realm we have ever known. I fought by his side at the Battle of Preston, and he made me his progeny following the fight.
Так, давайте спросим о Великой Охоте.
What can you tell me about the Great Hunt?
It's a major concern, and I'm convinced we'll only get a satisfactory conclusion by putting an end to the epidemic.
Маккалум не остановится.
I have already met Geoffrey McCullum. I am certain he will persist until he has killed every last vampire.
The Guard's current successful recruitment campaign is driven by the ravenous behavior of the Skulls.
I see. So without the epidemic creating Skulls, the Guard could not convince anybody of our presence.
Exactly. Once we have put the epidemic behind us, we need only wait until the Guard grows old and weak. Time will once again become our ally.
Насколько вероятно нападение?
What about the risk of a full-scale attack here? Geoffrey McCullum is a daring leader.
That is exactly why so many of our number have left the country until things improve. But not me. I founded this club. I'll die defending it.
Насчет Алозия Доусона.
May I ask you about the mortal who attended my initiation? Mr. Aloysius Dawson.
A member of the club does not normally ask questions about other members. We trust each other mutually.
Он правда член клуба?
So he really is a member then?
Indeed. Only the most eminent members are allowed to attend such ceremonies. Even if I admit some of us fled during the first hours of the Great Hunt.
Но он же смертный.
But Mr. Dawson is mortal. Are you not afraid he might reveal who you are? Especially to your enemies.
Aloysius Dawson is a man of his word, as are all of us. This is the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reid. We do not grant access to the unworthy.
Интересно.
Goodbye, Lord Redgrave.
Godspeed, Dr. Reid. We are counting on you.
Окей.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. How does it feel to be this evening's centerpiece? Figuratively.
Ничего особенного.
I feel perfectly fine. Do I have cause for concern?
Do not be alarmed. The Ascalon Club has a tried and tested policy for choosing its initiates.
May I ask who you are, sir?
Why would you be interested?
Well, as you seem to be the only man in the room with a beating heart, you draw quite a bit of attention yourself.
Ah, vampire senses never cease to fascinate me. They dwarf those of mere mortals. I am Aloysius Dawson, by the way.
Вы член клуба?
Are you a member of the club?
Yes, I am. And I have been for many years. And will be until the day I die.
Расскажите мне о клубе.
What can you tell me about it?
It's not really my place to give you such information. I am merely a mortal member. And a dying one at that.
Вы больны?
Are you sick?
Personally, I consider my advancing years are a sickness in itself. My body is slowly abandoning me, Dr. Reid.
Вы не боитесь вампиров?
Are you not afraid? You are surrounded by vampires.
Sir, it's for that very reason that I joined the club in the first place.
Так этот клуб не тайный?
Is not the nature of this club a secret shared by only a privileged few?
My dear Dr. Reid, I have spent years and a fortune precisely to gather that kind of information.
Вы попросили принять вас в клуб?
So you asked for membership?
I have been a member of many clubs in many countries. But I must admit, this one is my favorite.
Насчет лорда Редгрейва.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave?
I would not dare speak of our chairman without his consent.
Что ж, вы знаменитый.
Mr. Dawson, of Dawson and Dawson, the wealthiest man in England. It is a pleasure to meet such a prominent figure of London.
A withering London figurehead, to be precise.
Are you sick, Mr. Dawson? I am a doctor, you know.
My case is beyond the scope of traditional medicine. I have spent fortunes on the world's most competent doctors to arrive at that diagnostic conclusion.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Should I suppose that you're here in search of some form of immortality?
Absolutely not. I'm here to implement my plan to save the city I was born in. To cast out the ghastly evil that has us all on our knees.
О стражах Привина.
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
I should not say this, but I admire their commitment. This is what the nation needs right now.
Они наши враги.
But they are our enemies.
They are not mine, Dr. Reid.
Вы будете им помогать?
Would you help them?
No. There is a time for such methods. But brute force will not be enough to fight this plague. We have to think differently.
Как обстоят дела в Вест-Энде?
What is the situation like in this part of town?
I am sure Lord Redgrave will enlighten you more effectively than I.
Что ж, Алози, деньги решают не все.
Money cannot solve every problem. This mysterious epidemic is going to require more than money can buy.
You're right. Money is nothing unless one has the will to wield it. I have a plan, sir. A radical one that will save all that is essential in London.
What is your plan, then?
Quarantine and barricades are futile. What we need is a wall. A formidable, unscalable wall to isolate the deserving from the infected masses.
Да уж, это действенно.
Complete isolation has proven effective throughout history, but the death toll has always been a high one.
I am glad you understand the concept of necessary sacrifice.
Are you not mistaking sacrifice for summary execution?
Why do you care? Are you not a vampire? Removed from all mortal concerns? Decisiveness is what the city needs, and it needs it now.
Да уж, Доусон чокнулся, кажется, на старости лет. Он хочет построить стену вокруг своего квартала и отделить всех здесь достойных людей от недостойных, по его мнению. Ну что ж, на сегодня все. Ставь лайк, если тебе понравилось видео. Не забудь подписаться на мой канал, просто кликни на корону, а также жми колокольчик, чтобы не пропустить завтра следующее видео. Вы все очень классные, оставайтесь такими же.